okay for people with Tourette's to say the N-word if it's a tick?
How?
That's one of my ticks.
Wordplay is like is a
How-
thing for me. Like how does that develop?
It's never like a word that no one cares about, right?
Oh my god, that is so nice.
Imagine a world where you're just saying random things and you can't control what comes out of your mouth. This is what it's like to live with Tourette's. And we're going to find out what these people go through and how they feel about their condition.
Is it just words? I thought it was movements.
Sometimes it's movements, words, different twitches and things.
Okay.
A lot of repetitive motion and behavior though.
You. You're a piece of shit. I don't like you. You. That's just a tick, I promise.
I figured.
But
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't know that I really didn't know it was words go correlated to it. I thought it was just emotion.
we have
See,
I really did.
you thought it was emotions?
I thought
Emotions?
it was just the emotions.
The most like I guess popular ones are the wild ones. There's a lot of words, which for me, like, yeah, I don't know. It must be like it's like a glitch. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tourette syndrome. Get with it, bitch.
All right. It bothers me when people laugh at my tics. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
I have a lot of funny tics, whether it's just word tics, whether it's a big movement, whether it's my cussing tics. I also make social media content on TikTok exploring the funny sides of Tourette's and what it's like to live with Tourette's. And when I'm with my friends, we laugh at my tics because they're funny. Cow, woo. And when people laugh with me at my tics, then I feel more accepted and I feel more myself and I feel like I can freely tick. But if you're laughing,
Just the soundtrack in the back is crazy.
That's not a soundtrack. That's actually them.
I know. Who put this together? They're just the fact that people are just. How do they? Just normally there's just like maybe one. Tourette's is pretty rare, but I think there's a rare situation where it's like a Tourette's convention, where like you're just hearing all these different people's like tics all going on at the same time. You know what I mean? It's hilarious.
Anyone who like laughs at me, like they're my boys, like or like I just met them, like yeah, like laugh at my twitches, I don't care, but like I don't care. If you don't laugh, you're gonna look at me weird, then I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck you looking at, bro? Like, the fuck, everybody here is laughing, you just look at me, that's like disrespectful right there, you know?
I think it definitely is a distinction of laughing at someone rather than with them. Again, using common sense. Like Summer
Fuck
said,
you.
fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
you first. I went to a restaurant a couple weeks ago,
what?
and wow.
This is what.
I don't see that.
Is it
right there,
real? Do you know what I'm saying? It's obviously real.
The
but,
motion,
like,
the motion. I know the motion is, but like I don't know.
why
like-
is fuck
like,
you like in the
that's-
section? Why is everyone's okay? Let's think about it this way. If like Tourette's is like something where like your brain gets like trapped in a loop randomly and randomly like it just starts repeating sections.
Yeah.
Why is it? Why is swearing such a common area for that? You know what I mean? Because wouldn't it be? There's so many words in the English language or languages in
'cause
general.
You certainly wouldn't learn that. You wouldn't learn that until later on. That word until later on.
I think Tourette's develops. Like I don't think you have Tourette's as like a baby. It comes like
later on.
like your mind has to be developed a certain amount or something. For it
Okay.
to start showing itself, something like that. But yeah, why is it always cussing? Like, why isn't people just saying like tractor or something? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Is it emotionally tied? Is it like yeah, I don't know. But like
I would
they just had like
definitely know more.
a fuck you off just there.
I know that didn't look real to me.
And I don't know what that is. Like, how is it? I know there's one thing also that there's people. Apparently, there was a time on TikTok where people were like faking it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible some of these people, like maybe that girl that was talking first,
like
is
they
not
just
really real. She's just like
She just came on there too.
she's just capping. Yeah.
That our audience has submitted, which are assumptions that they make about people with Tourette's.
I don't even know what they're about to ask.
Having sex is hard because of my tics.
It makes
I
it
never
better.
thought of that.
Yeah, I call it the twitch stroke. That's what it's called, you know what I'm saying? I can go for hours, all night, 6 hours. It's like endurance. Like, yeah, I twitch sometimes here and there, but it's like, they don't care. Like they like it. It's weird.
It's okay for people with Tourette's to say the N-word if it's a tick.
How?
I have that tick, and you know.
He never said that once. He never said that once before. All of a sudden it came out. When now we're talking about, that's what I'm saying. Like, how does that make sense?
Bro, I need to educate myself on this one. I need to educate myself because
that's one of my ticks.
Wordplay is like is a
how
thing for me. Like, how does that develop? Like, how does that happen?
How do you even learn about? Like, I guess you could learn that in like gamer chats and things like that. But why? That's why I just think it's never like a word that no one cares about, right? So I'm like, that's like why? Yeah, I just don't understand.
It depends on the context of the situation. You know, if you're like an actual really shitty person and you enjoy saying it, and
but I'm a
like,
good person.
Oh yeah, like I really want to say this word, but it's okay because I have Tourette's. People will just excuse it as a Tourette's. Really, no, it's not okay. But you know, with this certain tick, I sometimes don't know when it's coming, and I have no control over holding it back.
It's not right for
That's
anyone to
people,
say
right?
that if they
Facts.
aren't black. But the thing is, it's involuntary. You can't control having this disorder. You can't control what you say. But I still agree that, like, in normal conversation, don't say it unless you have the right to say it.
I would just say that
It's
I'm
funny
only
that,
over
like,
here because
like
the way the Tourette's works in my mind, and probably a lot of others, is
okay,
like,
yeah, break it down.
what
for me
you
now,
want
break it
to
down.
do or say the least is the thing that your Tourette's wants you to do or say the most.
Verbal ticks sometimes show your true feelings.
So I can sit here. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit.
Oh wait,
I don't
hold up.
like you. Fuck you. That's what.
Hold up.
Just
So
a
now
tick, I
he just
promise.
want to say it all the time.
But you know, I can go around saying I want a boyfriend, but do I actually want a boyfriend? Maybe not. Maybe I do. I don't know. It kind of depends.
I have some vocal tics where I call them my truth tics, and I'll be like, "Do you want to know a secret about this person?" And then I'll be like, "You have hair," or "You're tall." Like, it's things like that. So in those cases, it's not
He's
really
wearing
my
teal.
feelings.
Teal for Tourette's.
Like, sometimes I will say what I'm feeling, but most of the times it's just coming from somewhere in my brain that I have
jeans.
no idea. These are mom jeans. The most comfortable.
This video is sponsored by the Torn Collection.
Torn to pieces, feeling like I'm split in two, just like me and you. Need to put this shit together, I can't find the screws. Need to find myself a woman that can be my muse. It's been a long, lonely road, now I need a different avenue. Hoping getting beaten up so much, this shit is black and blue. Niggas out here giving they 2 cents, don't know what I've been through. Women always treating me like nothing every single time that I pursue. Yeah, always feeling conflicted because I never knew the consequence of dealing with women. Type of shit they really got me out here calling them bitches. Got me out here chasing love instead of chasing ambitions. See my heart start bleeding now, I think I need me some stitches. This shit done turned just to me not feeling good enough. Now I'm out here smiling, trying to act like I don't give a fuck, but really I do give a fuck. These niggas probably think I'm nuts. Fuck it.
Wait, so does it come out because it's like a thought in their in the back of their mind, and then when they experience a tick, it just they just say it?
Maybe.
I could get that.
Yeah, I guess maybe it comes up, and then normally like only things that I say are things that I'm choosing to say.
Right, and for them,
I had to have like increasing emotional pressure for that to like get bypassed. For them,
it just
maybe it just goes.
Comes out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dating is hard. 3, 2,
For some of you, it's not because of the Tourette's. Disagree.
I think Tourette's makes it hard. Not at all. Like, to be honest, no. I think it's just hard in like this generation nowadays. It's just hard, dude. You can't. That's it. But Tourette's.
So should you be on the other side?
Finding somebody, you know.
No, but he's saying that it is hard, but he just doesn't think it's because of Tourette's. He thinks it's just hard in general.
Oh, okay. So I see why he's.
So he was saying the same thing I was saying, I think. Well, for some people, I was saying it for.
I agree that dating in general is hard. Adding my personal Tourette's on it, it makes it 100 times harder. Every single second of every day, I'm ticking. Whether you notice it or not is a different story. Like, I've literally gone on dates and just been so anxious and been ticking so much that I ended up leaving, and like the other person seems visibly uncomfortable. So it just takes that much harder to find someone who's willing to commit
is little things where like I can't cuddle with someone because the second they touch me, I like tense up and I'm just like although I do want to cuddle with them. So yeah, it really just depends on the severity. But for me, it hasn't been so bad. But just because I don't believe that it's hard doesn't mean that her believing it is hard is invalid.
Yeah, definitely with things like cuddling or hand holding, I feel very restricted, and my tics are like, let's break out right now. So that's a bit difficult. But I think if you find the
vibe of the people we're seeing here, a lot of them seem like, not because they're Tourette's, but just outside of that, if I just saw them without any Tourette's, I would still have the same vibe that like they had like a bad life.
If we're gonna call it out,
regardless of the Tourette's, like I'm saying, like it seems like these people have had like, and I'm wondering if some of those things are struggles as growing up or whatever.
Oh, and that's why
they have trouble dating or maybe socializing with people. Not obviously Tourette's makes it harder, but I'm thinking that for a lot of these people,
it's another variable.
It seems like they'd have trouble regardless of if they had Tourette's.
Are you talking about the people on the disagree side?
All of them, honestly. Everyone else seems like so except for this guy and this girl here.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone else seems like they would have some struggles regardless.
I would agree.
Right person that isn't just with you to pity you because of your condition, then it's a lot easier.
I feel very lucky. I've been with my boyfriend now for almost 6 years. When we first got together, we were friends for quite a while beforehand, and so he very much knew the severity of my tics, and because he saw my tics probably at their worst and at their best. Even when I was dating before we were together, I'm very upfront about my TS from the get-go because I found that it's almost like I don't know if the word is litmus test, but my tics make it so that the people who are around me are generally better people, and because they're people who are more accepting and more understanding.
But that's my issue, is finding the right person, because I'm upfront that I have Tourette's, and I tell them like the severity of it. They see my TikTok, they see my Instagram, and then I get ghosted, and then I get swiped left on, or they find someone else.
I have lost opportunities because of my disability. 3, 2,
not going to be a fighter pilot, I'll tell you that much.
Since you're the only one over there, why do you, if you don't mind me asking, why do you somewhat disagree?
I
don't try a lot of things.
I feel like I haven't necessarily lost opportunities because of my TS. I've had some cases where I don't go after opportunities because of it, but I haven't necessarily had somebody tell me no just because of my TS. It would have been for other reasons.
Coprolalia are the only one with cussing tics.
Okay, coprolalia is the involuntary utterance of obscene words or socially inappropriate and derogatory remarks.
There it is.
What if like in a couple of years we find out that like most of these people are faking? Like if you find out like the actual if you found, because like I don't think we really understand it very well. It hasn't been like super studied. But let's say like,
are you sure about that?
I don't think it's called like many syndromes. They're like things that we don't have a cure for. So like, that's telling me that we clearly don't know enough about it to reverse it. You know what I mean? Or to like have things that can help people. I've never heard of like therapy for it or anything.
There is therapy for it.
Oh, okay. Does it work?
Yeah. So my friend, it used to, like in middle school, it was, the intensity of it was a lot higher.
Mm-hmm.
But he gained a lot more control of it, I believe, through therapy or possibly other medications that I wasn't aware of. But I know that
medications. I didn't know that there's medication for kids.
I'm saying I don't know if there is, but I know that there's therapy for it, and I know that it improved.
So yeah, so I guess this is something you can improve on. So I'm wondering what's wrong with these people.
I don't know. That's why I said I don't also have enough information.
And then I also can't keep a job because I would get yelled at by the customers. Yes, the job was aware that I had Tourette's and aware that I couldn't control it, but then the customers would make a scene, and then therefore I couldn't work. Therefore, made my anxiety worse, made my Tourette's worse, and ultimately it ended up me having to go on disability because I wasn't.
See, this is what it makes me think that she's just lazy. Because there's mad jobs where you don't have to be facing customers. Work in an office. You can do anything on your computer. No one cares if you're cussing.
Yeah, but I guess it's just the learning factor.
Even learning. You don't have to learn a lot for like data entry work or like office type jobs. There's always needs for those.
But my first thing goes to like IT. If you're really not trying to interact with people, then IT.
But IT, you need knowledge. Like I'm saying, like I just need someone that needs to be able to do PowerPoint and like Excel and Word. That's what I'm talking about. Those jobs are what I'm thinking that an average person can do if you've done like high school. But she said she dropped out.
Data entry, I would argue you're good with. Like you get provided what you need.
Any research job, any job that like doesn't require you to interact with other people a lot.
Yeah, but do you think that those jobs mostly are probably requiring a
degree?
Yeah, a degree.
Not all of them. No, probably, maybe if you're gonna make the top level of it.
Also, are they paying enough?
More than most fast food places, yes.
Yeah, but also couldn't she or a person do they get disability from maybe the state or?
Probably, it's easier. A lot of people just hop on this because it's easier than like working or doing like figuring it out yourself, you know what I mean?
I guess.
Finding like an actual path. So then we just pay for them.
In high school, like ever since I started playing sports, I was really good, but the coaches
I'm a dropout.
all the coaches always just like hated on me, like always said something about me, and that's why I wouldn't play. So I had to transfer schools like 3 times. I was good at football, and like I couldn't play the first 5 games. So like just like it like lessened my opportunities to get offers, you know. And it was a dream of mine, but like after that I was like fuck. But like obviously like now I have great opportunities coming my way because I don't give a shit. I'm living my life, so like I don't regret nothing that I did, you know.
I haven't had like many opportunities to lose, but like it definitely impacts what I'm able to do. Like for example, I do like swim in school, and sometimes I have to like stop and take a break because my tics are so bad that I like can't swim. So like things like that will happen where it definitely does affect. Luckily, I have not drowned yet.
Okay, good.
Yet, yeah, keyword.
I used to work retail before my tics got bad, and similar to you, it manifested in me.
This is what I'm thinking. From what they were saying, I feel like it has something to do with like the level of stress you have, or anxiety, how it like gets worse.
Oh, it increases because of the stress that you feel?
Yeah.
I wish I was born without Tourette's.
I mean, I've had it since I was 7, so like, fuck, it's been hard, you know. And I got brain surgery for it. Finally, I've like 50% better, but I used to be like non-stop, just like body movements, leg twitching when I walked. The only way I could sit down if I was high as fuck, just smoking weed all day. And like after surgery, I stopped smoking for 4 months, but I would like, why not? Like, I'd like to experience life without Tourette's, without having to be freaking taking pills, like twitching out uncontrollably.
I've told this to people and they don't understand.
But
like,
so there is medicine.
Yeah.
I don't know what it feels like to relax. I don't know what it's like to go to a movie at a theater and not be just stressed and miserable and barely able to pay attention the entire time.
I've been asked that same question. My instant answer is always no. No hesitation. Even though I go through all of that turmoil and all of that stress and all of the, honestly, trauma because of it, it's made me the person I am today. Like, I know way more about myself and my mental health and being socially aware of like the person I am. And I think
that question divided them in the way that I was mentioning before. This question divided them exactly in what I was describing.
You're talking about the question about like they have experienced certain things in their life which makes it harder for them.
Like I'm saying, like people that I would quantify as like losers all said that they wouldn't want to be born a different way. And everyone that I guess has like gone through a bunch of things and is still like trying to make a way for themselves is all leaning closer to agree. So I don't know if I'm trying to think about like, what is it saying if you're saying that you don't like, there's no like positive things you gain out of this basically, you know what I mean? Like it's not like one of those things where autism where like maybe you're like viewing the world differently or like this is just inconvenient, you know what I mean? And so like he's talking about taking pills, he's talking about like having to get surgery.
Yep. Not having an
so like to me like the logical thing would be like it would be nice if I didn't have that. Because there's no like advantage. No one's saying.
She was saying that,
maybe the TikTok is what she's talking about because she monetizes it. You know what I mean?
My thought also was she was saying like that made her to the person that she is today. But if you're born without it, essentially, you'll be a new person, but you'll be developed in its
basically the same way. Well, similarly, I guess. Similar, because I'm sure there's a lot of life experiences that are centered around having Tourette's.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just interesting. The people that seem to be like who have jobs and things are more towards the agree side.
Yeah.
The people that aren't and are just like living, I guess, seem to be more on the disagree.
When we're doing something that we really love to do, so for me it used to be when I was reading books or when I was singing or when I was dancing, I would stop ticking.
Yeah.
And I think that might be why so many people have such creative outlets, is because that is the only time sometimes where we can just feel still.
For me, it's playing an instrument. Most of the time it's guitar, and when I pick it up, I don't tick at all. I actually got introduced to the Tourette community by showing up at Rihanna's event and just finding out that everybody was like the same. It's like, oh yeah, that person plays drums.
He's right. I agree with him. I believe him. I mean,
ticking while they're doing it.
It's almost like magic.
I believe him. He was talking about like how he could never relax.
Oh,
he was OD sweating.
Yeah, he's sweating.
So like, yeah, but yeah, I think when it's something that we all experience, where like there's like that flow state when you're doing something that you're like,
it just clicks.
Yeah, and just click and you're just doing it.
Yeah,
and your mind like locks in on it, and maybe it's like a more physical representation of it when you have like Tourette's.
That's actually cool that you think about it that way.
It's magic.
It is magic.
Beans.
So yeah, what are your thoughts? Think about.
My thing that I was thinking about is the cursing, but I guess they kind of put a definition to it. There is some piece where I guess I felt like I didn't have enough information about some things. The music thing was actually pretty cool, or the skills things was cool. How there's been descriptions of people being able to kind of be in a still state while they're doing that. Interesting experience for life.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting to see how people deal with the troubles they get in life.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have Tourette's, can you tell us some more about your experiences and maybe some of the things that you've done to help yourself go through life a little smoother with this syndrome? But other than that, we'll see you guys later.
See y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Oh my god, that is so nice.